Smash! Hello, bloggers, followers. I'm back. The gloves are on. Ready to kick cancer. And I'll let you finish. But I just wanted to come back and let you guys know the next steps in the process. The hawk is back, bigger and stronger than ever, ready to take this thing down. A lot of you have been asking questions, what you can do to help. What is this process going to look like for me? And it won't look like, I won't look like this. I won't have a green face as a result. I want to take that off so you can see me. Hey. But just to kind of give you some information and provide, you know, some resources to you guys so you know more about what I'm going through as I take on this next leg in my fight for cure. I am back at Roper Hospital, as you can see. And today is the first day that treatment begins in this process for the bone marrow transplant. So what this looks like, and many of you have been asking me how did my surgery go, or how's your surgery, what is it, It is really interesting, the transplant. It's not an invasive surgery like we have with an organ transplant, although it is just as important, if not more important. If you've read the blog, a lot of you like to read, just watch the videos and not read. That's why I'm going to just do videos from here on out, because I end up having to answer the questions anyway. But AML is a blood cancer. And so with a bone marrow transplant, your bone marrow is the place where all of those cells grow and they come out and they fight and do all sorts of amazing things that I'm not even going to begin to try to explain because I'm not a doctor. I'm not. But from what I know,
the game's on channel 42.
The game's on channel 42. My nurse knows that I love football. And she just wanted to let me know so I don't miss much of it. But where was I? So the process that I'm about to start, and I'm gonna need all your prayers, all of your warm well wishes for speedy recovery. This is not as invasive, but it's just as important. As I was saying, I'm not getting an actual organ transplant, but I'm actually getting an entirely new immune system. I'm going to just let y'all rest with that for a minute. Yes. How do you give a person a new immune system? This is amazing. Science is amazing. So, in order to get rid of my cancer, we had to do the chemo. And, with the first round, it went into remission. And second round was just to make sure that everything was gone and wiped out. So now we're at round 3. See that brown bag? That's the chemo bag. Some people thought chemo was like you get in the machine and all that. No, that's radiation treatment, which I'll be doing some of that this time too. Right. It's a lot going on. I know. Keep up. Each day, we'll talk about it. Bits and pieces. Baby steps, as I tell all of you. So they start the chemo for 5 days. Every day, twice a day. Certain amount of hours. I forgot already. And basically what the chemo is doing is, again, wiping my immune system out. And that's why Some days I have bad days. It's like I have the immune system of a newborn baby, if not even lower than that. I would imagine it's lower than that because it's zeroed out. Like my white blood cells, my red blood cells, they'll be at almost a zero. It'll be like 0.1, a tenth of a point. I mean, that's nothing. So that's what this is about with the chemo. So that's the first step, is to clean me out, just to make sure, again, there's no lingering cells, and to also make sure that my immune system is obliterated. It isn't good for cancer. It's good for other things, but it isn't good for AML, because AML have found a way to grow in my body. So the chemo take care of the cancer and the immune system. On day 6, my brother will be here, and he's already will be starting the process of growing extra stem cells for 4 days. So while I'm getting chemo, he'll be getting a medication. I forgot the name. There's a lot of medications going around here. But it helps him to grow more stem cells. And then, actually, it's day 5. All of this stuff is day 5. He is then taken into a room, sort of like put on a machine, like a dialysis machine, where the blood is collected and separated. Stem cells are separated. These little stem cells are separated, collected for me in another bag, and then the blood goes back into his IV, and he gets his blood back, but without the stem cells. But his body has made more than enough with that medicine. From there, they take the stem cell bag of goodies for me, because the stem cells, and this is why stem cell research is so important. I think cancer really can be cured. I mean, it's just, this whole process has shown me so much. But we'll get back to that. My mind is just racing. So much I want to do. But I'll have a chance, and I think my story, my voice, the things that I could bring to the table with this testimony is beyond, God has a plan, let's just say that. So the stem cells are collected, they go process them, they hang a bag, sort of similar to this bag, but it'll be red like blood, and it just goes through the IV. In my PICC line, they did this earlier. It's a little sore, looks a little funky, but it's just like an IV, more permanent type of IV. And the stem cells come into my body, which right now, at the time, I will have nothing. So they get to grow and play around in my body and create a new immune system for me. This is, of course, not as easy as I make it sound. And there are some risks and all of that, but God has me. I'm already healed. I'm taken care of. But in that time, the stem cells that are in me from my brother, creating a new immune system, some of the most critical days after that. But I think that this video answers a lot of the questions that I was getting about my surgery. But it's not a surgery, it's a transplant. So I will see you guys. This was a long one. I'll see you guys next time, and I might write something. I might just do a link, because I think you guys like the videos better than the writing. It's like with kids. They like to watch TV instead of read a book. Adults, same difference. Until next time.